Hey everyone, it's Raven. Welcome back to the Nest. What I have for you all today is my paycheck budget number 1 for the month of September 2020. So if you're interested in seeing that, stay tuned. But what I want to do first is close out budget number 2 of August. Which I only had a couple things I need to close out. Cash envelopes. I completely depleted my cash envelopes. So that was $410. There was no variance there. Online income came in quite under my actual, for my online income for paycheck number 2. I budgeted $150 and I actually brought in, where's that sheet of paper? Brought in $109.56. So the difference, let me look for a pen. So the difference, and where is my, all right, the difference for that is 150, 109.56. So that is a difference of $40.44, which I could have just calculated that on my own. $40.44. So that brought us $2132.03 plus $109.56. That brought our actual income to $2,241.59. 2282.03, which just gotta calculate just to make sure my numbers are right. Okay, which is about a $40 difference, which I mean, I wish I could have met that budgeted amount, but sometimes it happens, especially with I think I mentioned in my September monthly budget setup that I hadn't been putting much, I don't want to say effort, but I hadn't been putting in much work into my online kind of income sources because I've been so busy with my full-time job. But I just need to make the time and find the time. But I have a full-time job, plus I'm in school and I'm on the tail end of a term right now, so I had, like, you know, final exams and paper, so I just had a lot going on. So month of August was just really trash for me as far as online income. It really was complete trash. So, but I'm hoping to, you know, improve that in this month, because I'm actually trying to, you know, do some different things with marketing and all of that. So hopefully September will look much better. And then I got all of my debt payments in there, sinking funds, what I sent to my Credit One card, which I actually made that payment. I didn't send $250. What I actually sent was, yeah, $180 is what I sent over there. So that would be, I'm sorry, I can't count today. That would be a $70 difference than what I actually budgeted that I was going to send to my Credit One number 2 card, which is my current debt snowball. So we sent a total of 80 plus 150. We sent a total of $330 towards debt, which was, and these are extra payments. This is not including any of my regular payments. So $205.25 was the difference. What I didn't send, but it's better than sending nothing, because honestly this $330 could have, me once upon a time ago, could have been sent to something else, like something I didn't need. So didn't quite hit the $535, but I did send $330 off to debt, which is, like I said, better than nothing. All right, so let's look at how we fared for bills and expenses. Messed that up. $35 for AT&T, $108 for Amazon Music, $40 for Stash, $410 for my cash envelopes, $20.58 for Hulu, which went up by $7-ish or so because I added stars, and $17.51 for Netflix. So that's going to be $524.17, which means that I was over budget by $12.45. So not too bad. And then debt payments my regular debt payments came in as budgeted. Sinking funds are usually always as budgeted, and then we have the debt snowball. So we're gonna say total outgoing was $170 for sinking funds, plus $330 for my debt payments, plus $524.17 for bills and expenses, plus $588 for debt payments. So my total outgoing was $16, $12, $17, and that actually should be in the black, but because I technically came in at less than what was budgeted, but because these are debt snowball payments, I kind of want to really consider them in the red, because I really should have and wanted to put this towards my debt. But technically it would be black. That's, I mean, since I put that one as black, but we're just gonna be uniform. Let's just be uniformed and keep it black. Let's do black like we did with the others. 205, 25. But technically this really should be, for just because of how, I mean, my feelings about it, it should be red, because I should have put that towards it and I didn't. So, but we'll make it uniform. We'll just make it uniform. Okay. Sorry, that just kind of distracted me for a minute. So our actual outgoing was $1,612.17. And then our income was $2241.59. 2224.59 was our actual, which means leftover was 459 minus 1612.17. This is what we had left over. Now, I had some things that occurred. So essentially what I mean, what I had left over, this is what I had left over over the course of 2 weeks, minus all of my expenses, plus my debt snowball payments. What actually occurred and why this is not available, meaning I had nothing to go to savings, and I didn't even put everything towards my debt snowball. I had an unexpected expense come up. Well, it wasn't one of my expenses, it was somebody else's expenses. And I allowed someone to borrow some funds for something, and they were going to pay me back, but they ended up telling me, well, I don't think I can pay you back like right now, but I can pay you back like later. But that's not what was said to me in the beginning. What was said to me was that, hey, let me hold, $500. And then, when I get paid, I'll get it back to you, which means that person was supposed to be getting paid a week after I gave them the money. But then evidently something else came up, but I'm just going to charge it to the game and just move on. If they give me the money, they give it to me. If they don't, like I said, I'm just going to charge it to the game and realize that stick to my guns when it comes to letting people borrow money. Because I have a thing about letting people borrow money. For me, I would rather not mess up the relationship by letting people borrow the money. I'd rather just give it to them, but I do have a limit on giving. To September, and I'll link above in the cards my video for setting up my September budget, where I kind of laid this out and did like a rough estimate here on the side, which of course has changed because some stuff has kind of changed around or whatever. So, but I think I mentioned a couple of those things in my monthly budget video. I know for a fact I mentioned that I wanted to look into some other rates for my car insurance because I just really was starting to feel like this was kind of high. So I actually did do some searching around yesterday, I think the day before yesterday, but I finally settled on a policy yesterday for almost, well, I'm gonna say almost $100 cheaper, but it's probably about, because my previous payment was $212 and the new one with the new policy is $141, so like 70-ish or so dollars, a little bit over $70 cheaper than what I was paying, so that's a good thing. All right, so let's go ahead and flip to Paycheck number 1, which I've already set up my sticker. So budgeted for income there, and I always have to flip back because I can never remember. Yeah, budgeted is going to be $2,032.71, and I'll go ahead and write this in as actual, because as I'm filming this video, which it is kind of late because normally I like to post these the day before the payday, but I didn't get a chance to record it until today, which is actually payday. All right, online income, we are going to budget at $150. All right, now as far as bills and expenses, I'm gonna have to flip back and forth because I just don't remember. Those are all debts. We have Trupanion, Comcast, and Gym. Trupanion, Comcast, and I keep saying every time that I'm going to call them by their proper name, Xfinity, but it's still Comcast to me. Comcast, let's see what else we have. It's not Progressive anymore because, like I mentioned before, I changed auto insurance, so I am now with Allstate. And then T-Mobile for my phone bill. All right, so let's go in with budgeted. Trupanion is budgeted at $45.68, and that is my pet insurance. Comcast is $68.85. Gym, in which Comcast that is for internet. Gym is $44.99. Allstate is $141.74, and I've actually already paid that to go ahead and sign up. So I just need to call Progressive and cancel them before this payment comes out. I'm actually going to do it today because I will fool around and it'll be the 14th and I would have forgotten. So I'm going to go ahead and zero that out. And then T-Mobile, which is my phone bill, that is $189. And none of these have really came out yet. And really this one, I went ahead and paid it. It wasn't like an automatic pay. I just went ahead and paid it because I signed up today. But my policy doesn't go into effect until, my policy doesn't go into effect till the 10th or the 11th. I think it's the 11th. But I've already paid my first payment. So there's that. Then let's move on to debt payments. We of course have legal fees, which that one's budgeted at $200. Then we have Merrick, $39. We have Regional 1, which is a medical bill, and that is $25. My Target card, it's gonna be $29. We have First Premier. And that one is $49. Avant, and then Best Buy. Which both of these are credit cards. Best Buy is $27, I believe. No, it's $29. And Avant is $26. Yep. Okay. $26. Sinking funds. We have house. I'm just gonna budget that at $100. And we have vacations, $40. Car maintenance, $10. Holiday, I'm gonna budget $0 again, but I say this every time, I may add some in there as we're getting close to the holidays. We'll see what's up. And then last section, it's car registration. It's gonna be $20. Debt snowball, we have our credit one, number 2, and I'm gonna budget, because the payment I made on it should have brought it down to a little over $300. So we're just gonna say $150. Yeah, we're gonna say $150. And then for Capital One Auto, which is my car, I'm going to say $0, because as of right now my current payment due is $0. And I kind of have some things that I want to do versus paying more money on that. I would really like to just go ahead and knock out this Credit One card. That would be good, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see, because this is just paycheck number 1, so we'll see. I may end up doing something, I don't know. All right, so budgeted right here, that's 100, that's 140, 50, 70. So the entire budget amount should be 170. This budgeted amount is going to be 150, because I want to have that Credit One card, the second one, paid off by the end of this month. So there's that. 232.71 for my full-time job income, plus 150 for my budgeted online income. So for my total budgeted income, it's going to be $2,182.71. And as far as bills and expenses budgeted, $68.85 plus $44.99, $74 plus $89. Why did I do that? Okay, that's going to be $490.26. And then debt payments, $200, $39, $25, $29, $49, $26, $29. That is $397. All right, so what are we looking like? $490.26 for bills and expenses, $397 for debt, plus $170 for sinking funds, plus $150 for debt snowball. I'm going to say income was $2182.71, $2182.71, and that's going to be budgeted I'm gonna say outgoing. I don't know how to spell. No, I don't. That is terrible. Outgoing. Goodness. Okay, outgoing is going to be. Is that right? Sometimes I gotta check my own stuff. Yeah, that's right, because MLGMW is not until next payday. That's what I was thinking about. That's exactly what I was thinking about. MLGMW has not surfaced yet. That will be next payday. So total outgoing would be $1,207.26. And then we're gonna say left over. Granted, no shenanigans occur, which I kind of messed my own stuff up last month, but it's neither here nor there. Leftover should be I knew I forgot something. How y'all gonna let me forget my food and gas? How y'all gonna let me do that? Go out like that. Envelopes. I'm like, there is something missing. $4.10 for our cash envelopes. So outgoing is actually $1,600. Can you see that? $17. That's why I should have used those erasable pens. Yeah, but I can read it, so it's fine. Budgeted outgoing is going to be $1,617.26, meaning that our leftover is going to be, I knew that was too much, 1617.26. And our leftover is going to be budgeted at $565.45. Budgeted leftover. All right, there we go. Okay, yes. So, barring any shenanigans, we shall have a little over $500 left. But I like to give myself a little wiggle room for other things, like any type of overspending, or so, you know, probably 100 of this or so will be spent, like if I do decide to go out to eat, or, you know, want to do a little extra spend, something like that. So essentially that is what we will have left over, but that gives me enough wiggle room in case I overspend or want to buy something. That should be it. Yep, I think that's it. I could go ahead and fill in my sinking funds though, because those automatically get pulled when I get paid. So vacations and then car, I'm pretty set on those. I'll leave holiday open in case I do decide to throw some money in there, but essentially these are all set and I don't deviate from them. So all right, y'all, so there we go, there we have it. This is for paycheck budget number 1 for the month of September 2020. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give me a thumbs up, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can join the flock and not miss any more of my videos. Thanks guys, peace.